It's me. I wanted to give you an update. The jury deliberated for about 15 or 20 minutes after I testified, and we went through the whole trial. And the judge again asked my attorney to hurry up twice today. He never asked the DA to hurry, though. And he tried to get the case, what do you call it? Dismissed, like he called for a mistrial because of the way that the DA was handling it. He objected to everything. And so I was found guilty on all counts, and I have court on Monday to be scheduled or sentenced. So they're going to sentence me on Monday, and then I'll be filing the appeal on Monday as well. They had no court reporter. My attorney called for a mistrial a couple of times at least. The judge denied his motion, and I really think that my attorney did a really good job today. I think we won. God's on our side. Like I said, don't give up. I have people that support me, but I also have Jesus who goes with me every time I'm sitting in that courtroom. And I have Sheep Show that supports me and talks to me and spends a lot of time giving me moral support, so I really appreciate. Please subscribe to his channel and hit the like and tell him Katie Kidman sent you, because he's a very pious, honorable man with a lot of integrity. He keeps his word. Even when I asked him to post the video that he took of the interview with me and my attorney, he had a deal with my attorney. So the deal was between them, and he honored his deal with my attorney. But now I do believe he can release that video. He has my permission, and I'll be releasing this one. It took me a couple of hours to snap out of my self-pity mode, but I prayed to God. I read my Bible. I'm keeping the faith, and I'm telling you, always believe something wonderful is about to happen, because we're going to appeal this case. It's all been recorded. It was completely one-sided, and it's going to show all their corruption, all their lies. The district attorney called me a racist while I was up on the stand, like asking me if I called him a Chinaman. I don't know, is he Chinese or not? I mean, what's wrong with that? That doesn't make me a racist. But that is grounds enough for a mistrial. And like when I'm in China, they call me an American. When I'm in Mexico, they call me an American or a Weta, blondie. But look at me. I'm still here, Matic. I'm still here, Pam. I'm here for you. I love you. The attorney really tried to embarrass me with the Vagisil and the baby and all that, and I told him I didn't bring those props out in front of children. I only used them in front of adults, and it's part of my auditing. And I don't think the jury understood exactly what I'm up to, but I do believe they will find out, and they may very well regret their decision, because they don't know anything about auditors or my YouTube channel, and they were forbidden from watching anything about it or discussing it with family or anybody during the whole entire thing. So the district attorney, he objected to just about everything my attorney had to say. He had 47 objections before today's closing arguments ended with my attorney. It was ridiculous. Everything my attorney said, that guy was objection. But anyways, it was his very first trial. And so the judge even made a racist comment on the record, if he thinks that I made one. He said, "We're very proud to have our first Asian attorney here in the Santa Maria courthouse, and we hope he does well. And so he said on the record that they were proud to have him. I mean, so should I have called him Asian? I mean, excuse me. I mean, people call me a lot of things. Delusional, a retard. I mean, let me tell you something. I got up on the stand and I told them that when my son started school, he went in the front door knowing nothing about drugs and came out the back door and as a senior knowing everything about it. And where did he learn that? From the school. They have more prisons in California than they have schools. And the school to prison pipeline is huge and wide open. Whose kid is next? And I found out during my investigations and during my videotaping and auditing, which I'm very proud of, and no, I'm not going to stop, Mr. District Attorney man. I found out that I'm right, that they don't know how to handle it, that they don't know the First Amendment, that they don't realize that I did have a right to be there as a reporter, an investigative reporter doing my job, and I'm going to keep doing it because I work for the people. And the attorney tried to put me down and say that I was doing it all for fame and fortune. And I said, most of the people on my channel can't stand me. And I don't even read any of those negative comments. I'm not monetized. I've never made 1 red cent off this channel. So you can, but that guy went nuts on the jury. He was like, he lied during his closing statement about me, saying that they asked me 20 or 30 times to leave. Okay? Second, when I went to one school, the trespassing law says, first of all, you can't trespass somebody from public property if they have not committed a crime. And I had lawful business. I was videotaping and auditing a public agency and public employees that our taxpayers pay for. Second, they added all the schools that I've gone to. Take note, auditors. They took the schools, and even the ones that I wasn't arrested at, and they added those charges all onto my charges. So there were 6. The first 2 were dismissed by Judge Regali because he saw that his employees over there actually assaulted me. So they dismissed those 2 cases. And then he went on to go ahead and try these other 4. So the only 2 I should have been tried for was the one at the Miller School, which Sheep Show went back and did a follow-up audit for me. You should go watch it. It's rad, and so is his channel. Second, Lompoc Unified School District, another place that Sheep Show went and followed up on for me, did another fine job, and he should be a lawyer in my opinion. He's really, really good, and really smart. So if you can't tell, he's like one of my favorites right now. Go check him out. I'm trying to remember what else I could tell you. Oh yeah. They added up the schools, okay? So like, let's say I went to Lompoc High School and there were no students there, nothing going on at the time. They tacked that onto a preschool, Creative Beginnings, where there were kids there, but I didn't know that, didn't expect it, and I wasn't there to film the kids. I was there to do an audit. So they tacked that on and I wasn't even arrested there. Lompoc High School, I wasn't arrested there. It was wide open. There were no signs on the gates, nothing saying that I could not be there. So I was not trespassing, but they trespassed me off public property. You are not interfering. Interference is a public or a physical act. So they can't charge you with interference. So the district attorney worded all this stuff to make it seem like I did not have business there and that I was repeatedly returning to the same place because they added all the charges on and all the locations on to the one thing. So the jury, and I knew he was doing it. I told my lawyer he was doing that. I could see him doing it, manipulating the jury and lying. He said they asked me to leave like 20 or 30 times. At Miller School, she never asked me to leave. Not once. So that was a lie. And the only 2 cases they should have tried me for was the Miller School and Lompoc Unified School District, the 2 that Sheep Show followed up on, because those are the only 2 that I was arrested on. And adding those other 2 onto there is not even legal. You can't do it. You can't just go, oh, she wasn't charged for these, but we're going to put them on here because we're dragging her in here on these other 2. I mean, this is not Germany. So that was really weird, but that's why the jury was made to believe that I trespassed, because the district attorney made them believe that I had returned to the same place multiple times when I had never been there before, and I never returned to the same location more than once. So, they should have acquitted me, but they didn't. I forgive them all. They know not what they do. Lord will help me and my lawyer with the appeal come Monday at my sentencing. I'll see you there. I love you all. I'll keep you posted. It took me a little while to get on here today and lift up my chin and tell you I love you. But I always will. Ciao.